10 o'clock on Wednesday, the 23rd of September. This is just for those of you who are out of town and maybe wouldn't get a chance to drive by and see this. You know, I like sharing public information, and this is really public. This is right on the street of Little Falls. I think some of these signatures are forged, actually. I've heard commentary out here at night. I listen, I pay attention, and I video almost everything. And so if somebody's forging somebody's signature, that's kind of serious. That may get some of these people in trouble, actually. Butch, or that's actually Tim Wachuk, he stopped by here the other day to talk to me a couple days ago, and he said that he never gave permission for anybody to sign this van, but his signature's on here, or it was. This is free speech in action. Here, look, this is my house over there. There's all of my signs. I'll get a picture of the signs on the back of my vehicle when I go across there. For those of you that don't know about what's really happening here, I'll get a better picture of that when I go across. I have exposed the fact that Wanda Kretzman, who owns Clearwater Kennel, is the largest puppy mill in the state of Minnesota, is currently in violation of her Morrison County conditional use permit, as well as the August 5th report by the USDA. They have filed an official complaint stating that she violated the Animal Welfare Act, and in order to get that complaint, she hasn't provided she has not provided veterinary care for her animals, and or provided other required provisions that the oh, here's my neighbor coming in. I believe that's Miller. I can get to video everybody today. She's violated a number of things according to the regulations, and it's serious to have the USDA or APHIS or anybody else accuse you of violating the Animal Welfare Act. And she's in violation of the conditional use permit here in Morrison County by being over the limit of dogs. She, on August 5th, had 808 dogs, adult dogs. Her permit only allows for 800, but she was 8 over. She can have unlimited puppies and kittens out there. At 24302 US Highway 10. That's Clearwater Kennels, 24302 Clearwater Kennels, 24302 US Highway 10, Cushing. You can look it up on Google Map and see the big chicken-like barn that she's housing these adult dogs who are trapped in there for their entire life. It's only the puppies that get to escape, and they're messed up because they're not treated well. They don't have adequate human contact. They don't get exercise. Let's face it, folks. How many people that signed this van, including Mike Stracks, the owner of this van, would want to be locked in a jail, in a prison, all of their life? And there's another person committing disorderly conduct. He didn't toot for any reason other than evidently to, I don't know. I don't think he was supporting me. I think he was trying to shake me up. Who knows? That happens all the time out here. Drivers of cars and people within the cars committing disorderly conduct, violating the noise ordinance. A lot of lawbreakers in this town. So it's not just signatures on the van, it's other things like world peace needs to happen. Yeah, no kidding. I am who I am, and it will always come to this. It is what it is. Now I'm going to show you what's on the back of my, and the sides of my van. Vans, plural, trailer. Okay, I got started and I forgot to share this. Mike Stracks, who owns that van, that step van over there, is the bartender at the Main Gate Bar and Grill. And Wanda Kretzman, this violator, I call her Cruella because that's what she is. She and Gary McDuffie, her former husband, and their two sons, Jason and Ryan, own the Main Gate Bar and Grill out by Camp Ripley. And Mike Stracks, again, who owns that step van, is the bartender for Wanda Kretzman, for Cruella. So of course he's upset with me and my free speech about the fact that she's in violation of numerous laws right now, because he derives his paycheck from her. I wonder if Mike Stracks owns a dog. Anybody who cares about animals, dogs, cats, whatever, and agrees with locking them in a prison camp for their entire life, it really just doesn't have a conscience, in my opinion. Okay, now this is I've posted the harassment charge that James Meyer made against Jim Hilmerson. It states, James Meyer called and stated that James Hilmerson harassing him over Meyer not wanting to work for Hilmerson. I called Hilmerson and he states that he offered Meyer a job and Meyer is dragging his feet on the deal and Hilmerson's upset. Hilmerson states he's not harassing Meyer. Parties were advised to leave each other alone. Meyer was advised to seek an HRO, I believe that's a harassment restraining order, no further action. 122, and then the last name of the officer, I can't pronounce it. Drzinski, maybe? DZIEWEZYNSKI. And it gives this guy, this James Meyer's address of 14884 113th Street, Little Falls. The police report, in case you want to request it from the Sheriff's Department, anybody can do that. It's public information. 1500-6617. Again, fill out your data request with the Sheriff's Department and ask to see the copy of report number 15006617. Harassment charge against Jim Hilmerson, who owns, of course, Hilmerson RV. South of town here, a couple of miles out there on the highway. And that's why I posted these signs. Hilmerson accused of harassment. Seaside windows for sheriff's report. Jim Hilmerson, owner of Hilmerson RV, accused of harassment. And in my yard, I erected this sign a couple days ago. Now, my earlier signs that were stolen, both of them said Hothead Hilmerson on the one side. Then I posted the sheriff's report up at the top on the other side, and I put the name Jim Hilmerson. That's all I wrote. Okay, so my trailer now sits at the back of, I used to have my Aerostar van at the back here, but now I put this one because I have to move my vehicle every 24 hours. I don't know if Mike has or not. It doesn't appear that he's moved that van in more than 24 hours. He may have, and maybe I just am not aware of it. But in the city of Little Falls, you can't park for more than 24 hours. Legally, you have to move your vehicle every 24 hours. That's why I move mine before the 24-hour period. And I take photos every time I move my vans. So that if somebody ever thinks I'm not moving my vans, I have the proof. Like I said, I record just about everything. So I'm going to walk over here because I know that the Little Falls police officer that was driving squad car number 709 2 nights in a row out here is the one who marked the tires on this step van. I saw him do it. Actually, I video recorded him doing it. And I forgot to get the picture of the markers. There's the marker. Now he marked the bottom of the tire, so obviously Mike was out here and moved this vehicle. Oh, well, maybe he hasn't moved it, because here the bottom of the tire is marked and the top. So I don't know, but I know that the officer came last night and video recorded I recorded him coming and marking these tires. Now, that sign says white power. That seems like a racist comment to me. Does it to you? Doesn't surprise me that one of these individuals who wrote on here would write something like that. Likely, some of the people who wrote on this trailer are also those who recently rode all over the park down at Maple Island. Maybe not. But it's interesting that somebody would write white power on here. Somebody's stopping and looking at my van, which I'm really glad they're doing. Now I'm going to take some photos. And just so people know, a lot of times when I'm taking photos and recording, it isn't always for evidence. A lot of times it is, but it's not always. I like to keep things for memory's sake as well. Because for the last 5 years of my life, a lot of my time has been consumed doing this kind of stuff. Spreading what I feel is public information and sometimes ideas that I agree with, and sometimes I'm talking about stuff I don't agree with. So bear with me. I'm gonna keep my camera rolling just in case something interesting happens. Usually when I'm out here, if I don't have my camera rolling, then something happens. So I have to